Tim, Dundee, Paul, and I recently returned from a 3-day canoe and camping trip at Saranac Lakes in New York. This area includes Section 2 of the 740-mile Northern Forest Canoe Trail. The trip was initiated and organized by Paul. This region is part of the Saranac Lake Islands Public Campground. All campsites must be registered, and given demand for this beautiful area, we had to register early. The weather was perfect for our 3-day paddle and 2-night campsites, except for the return day. Our return 4-hour paddle started in nice weather, but the last 2 hours of this loaded canoe paddle were made in torrential rain and rolling waves. All of us had experienced this situation before, and we managed to keep upright, but were exhausted from our vigorous and non-stop paddle. I have divided the trip into 4 videos. This video is the overall trip minus detail. The second video is the detail of twice going through locks as we passed through Lower Saranac Lake to Middle Saranac Lake, and on day 3 a return trip through the same lock. The third video is our cooking experience was highlighted by Paul's experiment with making a pizza from scratch. Hint, it was delicious. The fourth video is Paul's tutorial on knot tying. Wilderness camping requires setting up tarps and tents and tying canoes and kayaks to the car top. All necessities required knot tying. Paul gave us a refresher on how to do this. Enjoy. And here's our buddies up there, moving along. It's a little dark, overcast, temperature 63, surprisingly here, and windy. We've been in the stream now maybe 10 minutes, and now we see the sign, danger slow 5 miles per hour, meaning the upper locks are up ahead. So, it looks like the people that went by us in the boat are there, so we're going to be going in at the same time as they do. So we're going to go in the locks here. Perfect timing, he says, okay. Going into the upper locks. And there's going to be a power boat there with us here, and they're going to close the gate on the left here. Okay, Dundee, what do you think?
I think we're almost up.
Almost up?
Got another 4 or 5 inches, 3 inches. See, now he's opening it. The pressure's
okay.
Increased enough that he can open it.
He's opening the gate now. It's relieved the pressure.
And now we're getting up to the same height as Middle Saranac. Yep.
See, it's up now. We're the same level. We've come up to the same level as the Middle Saranac. Yep. Good job, Tim.
Just like Frank Delman. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Couldn't be any better. Nice job, Tim. There's an eagle right up there. Beautiful eagle. Wow. We've found our campsite about 8 miles out here. And what about the trucker's hitch now then?
So the trucker's hitch is we have to do that if you want to.
If you tie down something?
Yeah, what the trucker's hitch is used to create tension in a rope.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to put a lot of tension in a rope, you use the trucker's hitch. I make a loop in the end of most ropes. Is very handy.
Yeah.
Couple ways you can do it. You can do typically. We'll see with the rabbit in the hole.
Right.
Right. So you come out of the hole, around the tree.
Right.
Back through the hole.
Back to the hole again.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's your there's your knot, and you tension it up, you pull it tight, and now you've got a nice loop. And this is easier to undo once you've put a lot of tension on it.
Right.
You can undo this knot. So that's a standard loop in the end of a rope. You use those all the time. That's what I use to over the end of the post.
Yeah.
Right. Or you use that loop end. You bring your other end over. If you want to do a trucker's hitch, you would come around a tree. Okay. And what the trucker's hitch does is it uses compound force. So on this end, you need to create a loop, right?
Okay.
So you're doing a little slip knot here, right? And the
Okay.
key with this is that you use the end that you're tensioning.
Okay.
You don't use this end, you use this end to make the loop, okay? And you just pass it through, and that makes a little loop here,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it comes right out,
Right.
right? Make a loop, put your end through, and now you've got this is how you're going to create your compound force. And then you bring your end around the tree, right? So you pull on this now, right?
Right.
And so what that does is it doubles the amount of pulling force you have,
Ah, okay. I see.
okay? And to lock this in place, right? This is your running end, your loose end, right? You pull on this, and you can pinch this to hold it tight.
Yeah.
And with this hand, you just bring a loop through.
That's what I was
Tighten
missing.
it up.
Right. That's the one. So then when you get ready to leave, you just pull
Yeah.
this in and everything comes apart.
Yeah.
And yet, in the meantime, that's a very, very strong. Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
My father's is the biggest. Let me see if I can crush this down some more.
You know what, Tim? I'm going to tuck it under here.
Okay.
I'll tuck the nose under, and then we'll put the other one next to it.
Alright, because this one isn't too tight.
Yeah. I think it's okay.
Alright.
Packing everything. This one's all packed. And now we're working together to do this other one. Look at the mountains there. And we paddle along, huh? Way off in the distance. It is beautiful. You can see the markers that for the water paddle area to Bartlett's Carry. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning.
Did you sleep good last night?
Yeah.
It was a nice night. This is the water that goes from the middle Saranac all the way to Bartlett's Carry. And about 5 years ago, John and Tim and Dundee and myself, we did the Northern Forest Canoe Trail Section 2 beginning in Long Lake. And we took Bartlett's Carry coming this direction in order to go from the upper Saranac to the middle Saranac. Paul, you and Tim are gonna do the supper tonight. What's happening?
So we're experimenting tonight. We are going to try for the first time cooking a pizza over an open fire.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so the process is going to be that we will cook one side over the fire. We'll pull the dough off. We'll flip it. We'll put the toppings on, and then return it to the fire with a tent of aluminum, and it should come out really well. We'll see what happens. This is an experiment.
Okay. Who's gonna be the first? Tim's gonna. Ooh, nice when a cook tries to gonna eat his first. What do you think?
Pizza in the wilderness.
Pizza in the wilderness.
Pretty nice, huh?
Okay, the next one. The chief cook's gonna try it.
Hot,
Hot,
crunchy,
crunchy,
but it tastes really good.
really good.
Yep.
Ah, Dundee's going at his. That sounds
good.
fantastic.
Mm.
It does taste good.
What do you think, Steve?
Very good.
I never have to say I wish I had cooked pizza over an open fire at a campsite.
Wow, look at the sky from our campsite. This is unbelievable. It's just gorgeous here. This morning we got ham and eggs, and you can have them any way you want.
Yeah.
I cook here.
Looking
We're
good.
on a campsite, and last thing you do, you walk around, you look at the grounds, low and high, to see if you forgot anything, to see if there was any trash that you can pick up, make sure. One of the things we do is remember to try to leave each site cleaner than we found it. This is rather steep here, so we have to watch out. But they have ways just to balance out. It has to be balanced. And Paul and Tim are very good at working together and making this happen. And here we go. We're going through the locks now in a couple hours to Little Saranac, from whence we go to the ranger station from whence we came. This is unbelievable country here, isn't it, huh? Look at the views that we have here of the mountains and this beautiful lake area. Very, very nice. Very nice 3 days here. They will assist us. If they're not there, we can do it ourselves. So. We came through here 2 days ago, the late afternoon. So the lock is open for us right here, it looks like it. So this is at our level. So Tim's gonna paddle in here, and then one of us will get out and do the work for opening or shutting the gates behind us, and then opening the gates that you can see at very, very front of us right up there, so that we can then float out. So we are higher now than Lower Saranac.
You feel that right away.
We have to hold right on here because we're going to be pulled. So they're letting the water out. As you can see, the water is dropping here. They're gently opening the gates so the water will drain out. This is all a manual process. It's not electric at this particular one here. Seeing us dropping, you can see the water going down. Okay, now we're almost at the lake level, so the gates will now open. Not by themselves, but with Paul and Tim are opening up the gates. And when they give the word, Dundee and I will go through. So there's Dundee going through, and I'm going through right behind him. So you get the experience of what it's like in going through the locks. We have passed through the lock now, and we're heading up the little stream into Lower Saranac. Well, get back here in the pouring rain. The last hour was really pouring, but we made a choice to keep on going. Once you're wet, you're wet.